Or yeah, I could visit Holomayan since I'm in Ebonheart, and I can visit that person who can get me there fast.
And what is your business here? How may we?
Is that you?
Stay
Blata,
out of trouble
yes.
and you'll have none from me.
Yes, I'm Blata Heiteria. Do I know you? Right, you're Verenius Nero. My friend said you might want to go fishing. I know a fine place. Excellent fishing, my friend. Mehramilo says it's your favorite fishing spot. You ready to go? Yeah. Good, I'm ready to take you to Holomayan anytime you're ready to travel. And I'll be here to offer you that service anytime you need it. Okay, take me there. So this is Holomayan. It's pretty far away. Makes sense. I'm Vivrena Arion, a monk of Holomayan. The monastery is here on this island. Take the stone pathway north from the docks and the path uphill. The entrance is hidden by a magical shield. Wait or rest at the head of the path, and the portal will open at dusk and dawn only. The magical twilight hovers sacred to Azura. Mehramilo has told us of your coming. You can find her in the library with Master Berilo. Later, I can arrange for your return to Ivek whenever you're ready. Okay. Rats. Oh, it's opened. Okay. TVM Sadri.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you
Welcome.
need?
Mehramilo has told us of your coming. You can find her in the library with Master Berlo. Master Gilvas Berlo is the abbot of our monastery and the head of our secret order. We have adopted the name Dissident Priests. We are not ashamed of our disputes with the temple's hierarchy. We are fiercely loyal to the temple's ancient traditions, but we are troubled that the ultimate source of the tribunal's divinity might be the same as the source of Dig of Earth's evil power. Dig of Earth's power seems to wax as the tribunal's power wanes. Read the Progress of Truth and other documents of the Apocrypha in our library and you'll see why we're uneasy. Okay, I see her.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Wow, that was rude. Is she still pissed that I killed those ordinators?
May I help you?
Thank you, Verenius Nero, for rescuing me. Now I'll stay here at Holomayan with Master Berlo and assist him with the monastery library. How can I help you? Yeah, it's about the lost prophecies. I have reviewed the Apocrypha and have found two passages of particular interest. I have made copies of these passages to give you. Many are familiar with the two Nerevarine prophecies current among the Ashlanders called the Stranger and the Seven Vision. We have two other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the Seven Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the Lost Prophecies that your friend Nibani Mesa told you about. We have also prepared a document for you called Kegrenect Stools. This document will explain to you and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. It is to conceal this secret that the temple prosecutes the Nerevarine and the distant priests. This persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy, Tigaf-Ur, and if you are the Nerevarine, you must lead us against him. So long as the Ordinators, Buoyant Armagers and the Tribunal could contain the Blight and Tigaf-Ur's creatures within the Ghost Fence, faith in the temple's protective power was strong. But now travelers and settlements suffer from blight storms and marauding monsters, and the people fear the temple is losing its age-old battle with the devil Tigaf-Ur. Our interest in the Nerevarine used to be a matter of principle, a willingness to consider the validity of mystical insights rejected by temple doctrine. Now, Tigaf-Ur grows stronger, while the tribunal grows weaker, and the return of Saint Nerevar, even if only reborn in spirit, may be our best prospect of salvation. Okay. A significant part of the temple hierarchy might be more inclined to accept and tolerate differences of opinion and dogma, but other parts of the temple, in particular the Ordinators under Beryl Sala, claim that the threat from Red Mountain and Tigaf-Ur can only be resisted with a unified, resolute faith. The people are afraid, and so they support the hard line. But if we can show ourselves able to confront Tigaf-Ur more effectively than the Ordinators, the temple and the people will support us. Apocrypha. The Hieroglypha are the collected priestly writings of the temple. The Apocrypha are the hidden writings, secrets known only at the highest levels of priesthood and inquisition. Defying the temple, we have gathered as much of the Apocrypha as we can here in Holomayan. One of the chief disputes between the temple and the distant priests is that the temple hides the truth from its followers. Okay, see that. By the way, here are a few books from our library you might find of interest. Each gives a very different impression of Nerevar. The real Nerevar has been added to an inventory. Nerevar and Moon and Star has been added to an inventory. Saint Nerevar has been added to an inventory. Okay, have to read those. Mehramiro has run terrible risks remaining at the Hall of Wisdom and Truth, and we are grateful that you have rescued her from the Ministry of Truth. Well, you know, she didn't really wanted to leave. I have get that impression, you know. Very strange person. About the sixth house, this is a new threat and not yet widely recognized as another face of the devil Tigaf-Ur, but it is clearly as a sign of a coming crisis, and the temple may no longer be able to protect Morrowind. In such troubled times, the Dunmer may turn to the ancient pillars of faith, the ancestors and the Daedra, and especially to the prophetic visions granted by Lord Azura. Then they may look to the Nerevarine, Saint Nerevar Reborn, to lead them against the grim armies of Tigaf-Ur. Okay. The Lost Prophecy. From the 7th sign of 11th generation, neither hound nor guar, nor seed nor harrow, but dragonborn and far star-marked outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain. Blessed guest counters 7 curses. Star-blessed hand wields Fry's cursed blade to reap the harvest of the unmourned house. I have annotated your copy of the Lost Prophecy with our best efforts at interpretation, but a rough summary might be: an outlander, foreign-born, but welcomed as a guest, confronts 7 curses beneath Red Mountain. His hand, blessed by Azura, uses a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth or House Dwemer or both. The Nerivarine, an outlander that wouldn't please many Ashlanders and may explain how the prophecy got lost. Okay. The 7 curses reads as follows: through the doors of unmourned house where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme, from the halls of the off-breaking house rings 7 curses of gods blasphemed. First curse, curse of fire. Second curse, curse of ash. Third curse, curse of flesh. Fourth curse, curse of ghosts. Fifth curse, curse of seed. Sixth curse, curse of despair. Seventh curse, curse of dreams. Your copy of the 7 curses bears our guesses at interpreting the verses. In short form, 7 curses come from the House Dagoth or House Dreamer or both. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain. Flesh is corpus. Ghosts, seed and despair are unclear, but the curse of dreams seem to refer to recent cases of soul sickness and sleeper attacks in the towns. Okay.
Probably nothing.
Sure about this? I don't. So, what did you give me about Nerivar? Kigrinek tools. Let's start with those. Summarized from the Apocrypha by Gilvas Berilo, abbot of Holomayan and various of the dissident priests. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Kagrinak, high priest and magecrafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Larkan, cast here in the Dawn era as a punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its divine powers to create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Kagrinak forged 3 great enchanted artifacts, which are called Kagrinak's tools. Braveguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping the heart's power. Thunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quality of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. When Kagrinak used these tools on the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerivar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them. Nerivar asked Dagoth and to guard the tools while he went to consult with his counselors, Vivek, Almalexia and Sota Seal. He left and spoke with his 3 counselors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Nerivar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerivar and the counselors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming he had sworn to Nerivar to protect them. Then Dagoth fought with Nerivar and the counselors and was mortally wounded and driven off, and the tools were recovered. Then Nerivar and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools, but after Nerivar's death, Vivek, Almalexia and Sota Seal yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves and went to Lorkhan's heart buried beneath Red Mountain and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagoth had not died. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with the Kegrinek's tools has joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagoth, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result he has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, and so they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nevertheless, the tribunal too appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kegrinek's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth. But even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us of shame. They persecute the Nerevarine and dissident priests out of shame when they should be welcoming them and enlisting their aid against Dagoth. The tribunal have done much good for Morrowind and the Dunmer, but they succumbed to the temptation of Kegrinek tools, and though these tools once may have seemed the instruments of salvation, now they must be seen as instruments of doom. Yeah, looks like they are right. They are not gods, they are obtained the power from the heart, looks like it. They are very powerful, so I must be careful if I ever confront one of those tribunes. Okay. Let's read the next one. Saint Nerevar. From a short temple pamphlet for Western readers. Ages ago, Nerevar was the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Al-Malek and Sota Sil, who with the power of the great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, united the Dunmer houses to confront the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth and their western allies at the Red Mountain. By providence, the faithless Dwemer were utterly destroyed and their allies defeated, but Nerevar, mortally wounded in combat with the traitor Dagoth, was driven from Red Mountain. Nerevar died not long after this of his wounds, but he lived to see the birth of the temple and to bless the unity of the Dunmer into the safekeeping of Almsivi, the temple and all its communion of saints. Okay. So this is a fake one. At least I think it's fake. The Lost Prophecy. He read it to me. From the Apocrypha of the Distant Priests, annotated by Gailvas Berilo. So I read that. Let's read the notes. Lines 1 to 3. Of ancient family, but not of the 4 great Ashlander clans, born under foreign stars and the sign of the dragon, the imperial sign. Okay. Line 4 to 5. Outlander incarnate appears as a formal epithet, stressing the linkage between the worlds. The Outlander incarnate is a blessed guest, one not born of the tribes, but accepted as a guest with rights of heart and hospitality. On the Red Mountain, he will confront the balance against 7 curses. See the 7 curses prophecy. Also, Dagoth is served by his 7 kin, once great wizard lords, called Ash Vampires by the Ashlanders. Okay. Lines 6 to 7. Starblessed suggests Azura, the Daedra Lord and patron of magic, fate and prophecy. Frey's cursed blade may refer to a weapon called Keening, associated in certain legends with the Battle of Red Mountain and Dwemer. Craft Lord Kagrinek reap the harvest is a reference to the proverb you harvest from the seeds you plant, which means you get what your labors deserve, in both a positive sense of reward and a negative sense of punishment. The unmourned house could be either or both of the lost great houses of the Dunmer, House Dwemer and House Dagoff. Okay. Seven curses. I read that already. Notes. Lines 1 to 3 ambiguous may refer to the impiety of the god-mocking House Dwemer or the treacherous diplomacy of the subtle House Dagoff, or both. House Dagoff, however, was revealed as oath-breakers for their treachery at Red Mountain. It may, however, refer to unspecified broken oaths of peace between Lord Nerivar and Lord Dumak, founders of the Grand Council. Nerivar and Dumak